Good morning, everyone. It is Sunday, December 31st, 2017, and this is your Fun Fact of the Day. The death of Elisha, happening in the book of 2 Kings. All through the coups and the uprisings and the political and royal turmoil that was happening in Israel through many years, Elisha was still prophesying in the name of the Lord. He served the Lord well and had a life of service to him and the nation of Israel as a whole. At the end of his life, he comes to King Joash of Israel, who was a pretty young king at the time. I believe he was in his teenage years. And he tells Joash to take his bow, which he does, draw an arrow, he also does, and fire it out the window to the east. After which Elisha declares that arrow symbolizes the Lord's victory over their enemies to the east. This would be Syria, a common oppressor of Israel at the time, and that he would make Israel to rule over them. Elisha also commanded that Joash take arrows, take them out of his quiver, and strike the ground, which Joash does 3 times, not really sure why, but then Elisha gets angry with him, saying, "Fool, you should have struck the ground 5 or 6 times. Because you only struck the ground 3 times, you will only have 3 large major victories over Syria, your enemy." It seems like an odd bit of symbolism, and it's still pretty unclear to me. Don't have much experience for the explanation as far as why this would be the case. After this, Elisha, that was basically his last great act, he died and he was buried. But he wasn't still done. He was dead, but he wasn't done yet. Check this out. So Elisha was buried, and in this nation, in this part of the world, you don't bury people in the sand. The sand heaves your body up way too readily. You have to carve tombs out of stone, and usually only respectable people get them because there's not a whole lot of easy ways to do that. It takes a lot of effort. Elisha, being the major prophet of Israel, clearly gets one of these tombs in stone. He was buried, and springtime came, and someone else, just someone who had died, was also being buried relatively nearby, and then a marauding band of Moabites came along in the land, as was actually pretty common. Apparently this was a regular springtime activity. And those burying this dead man decided to get out of Dodge. So they saw the Moabites and decided to just ditch and go. So they took the body of the man that they were burying and threw him in this tomb. This would be Elisha's tomb. And when this dead man was placed on Elisha's bones, he touched these bones, he came back to life. Elisha's bones were so holy and so just filled with the Spirit, filled with God's power, that touching them raised a dead man from the dead back to life. The Bible specifically says he revived and he stood on his feet. Not exactly a zombie, he's alive. So even in death, the great prophet Elisha was still holy, pure, righteous enough that his bones could still heal somebody. In other news, today is National Champagne Day, National Make Up Your Mind Day, and National Universal Hour of Peace, even though it's only half today. It starts at 11:30 p.m., goes to 12:30 a.m. next year. And now, as is customary with the end of the semester, once again, we are faced with my own shortcomings and just slips of the tongue. Here are the bloopers from the past 3 months. Right. Here we go. 8 semesters. 8 semesters is what we're starting. Oh, 8, anyway. Trying it in high definition this time. Moving up in the world. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Just go away. Good morning. Some people. Good morning, everyone. It is Friday, September 6th. Nope, October. It is October now. Already. There's a man in the Bible. No woman.
No, you dumb wire. In the pocket. Stay in the pocket. Be pocketed. No, because if you come off the belt loop, then every bit of wire is free to get pulled loose by your dumb gravity. Stay.
Both very worthwhile, especially if you're all... Yes. It is Friday, October 20th. Candy corn day before Thanksgiving. Halloween. An infinite number of politicians. Couldn't get that lucky. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Ah. ... A review by Oxman 13. More like a Freaky Friday joke. Na 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 na. My body even recognizes the limit on bad jokes. I was reading a book on gravity, actually. Couldn't put it down. Anti-gravity. Solomon, whose wisdom would help him pen over 1,000 proverbs, over 3,000 songs. Strike that. Reverse it. Date, February 3rd, 2010. Score, 1. Good order, Jimmy John's. let's not endorse that. There's also another news. Get ahead of yourself. In other news, there's not.
The wire is popping out again. Stop it, wire. Why are you doing that?
Good morning, everyone. It is Friday, so. Good morning, everyone. It is Saturday. Hey, diddle diddle dum diddle. We're doing some recording today without a fiddle. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Really need to get the knots out of these chords.
This is not kosher. And this is your Freedom Friday. Ronnie, stop hammering. I'm recording. Good morning, everyone. It is Monday, November. It's November. It's a big waveform. You! My apologies to the editor. 1, 2, 3. Shush.
Let's go finish the year up. Let's try to finish this year up. We're gonna finish this year up, even though it's November 27th.
And this was also so. The life is restored. In other news, today's National Be a Brownie. No, it is not.
You can just cut this part out.
This is just costume changing. Why is it 10 tentacles? Not 8 opticals and 8 tail. There's a lot of national days today. All right, let's get through this. In other news, today is National Stupid unknown numbers calling my phone several times in the same second. Literally, this happens. Frosty the www. Frosty the bitter, angry, jaded, curmudgeon old snowman. I guess what I'm trying to say is this number style, my numbers all have an overbite. Pfefferness. Yep. Oh, you turd. And my number counter's off. I don't know when it happened. I did the math and I figured out that I'm actually 2 days ahead from where I should be at this point. So I'll adjust it at the start of next year. If I discover where it happened, then maybe I'll make a reference to it. We'll see. Thank you for following along for this entire year once more. So have a happy new year. Have a great day. Make some resolutions, or at the very least, make some goals for this coming year. Make 2018 a better year than 2017. And make that a way better year than 2016. And not just for yourself, for your friend, for your neighbor, for your common man. Strive for more than just yourself. This could actually cause a great big outwelling of goodness to occur in the world. Something we could all use. Hope you've enjoyed this fun fact of the day. See you next year.